Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I am teacher Oakley. Welcome to Verbling. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Sorry for the little bit of a late start. Had a little technical problem. Somehow the Hangout had cloned me like 3 times, and I was in a Hangout by myself with 2 of my other selves. It was quite frightening. But luckily that's all over, and I think we're all set now. Hi, Zora. How are you? Again?
Hi.
Hi, okay. So everything's working okay? You can hear me? I can hear you? Very good? Yes?
I find if there are more than 7 people, my connection may be bad.
Okay, well, I find that I never know what's going to happen. Always an adventure. Usually no problem whatsoever. Okay, so in this class, what we're going to do, we're going to look at some newspaper stories or newspaper headlines in which there is one word in the headline which has been typoed. There's a typo or a misprint. There's one word that is wrong, and so as in English, in real life, when we're speaking English, if we mess up one word or mispronounce it and accidentally pronounce another word, it changes the entire meaning of what we're trying to express. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So we're just going to take turns today looking at some typos and see if you guys can figure out which word is the misprint, and obviously how can you fix it. All right, we'll give this a try. Hi, Igor. Hi, Alberto. How are you
Hello,
guys?
teacher Oakley.
Gentlemen, always a pleasure, of course. Hi, Alberto.
Hi.
Okay, let's try this out. Okay. Hi, Roman.
It's a continuation of yesterday class.
Well, it's a little bit different. It's kind of related, but kind of different. I think you'll see what I mean. I'll let you start here. All right. It's a little different because it's not really. Yesterday's class was dual meaning headlines. This is just a typo, an absolute mistake.
Okay.
So, for example, looking at the first one here.
Jubilee, it's not correct written, I see.
Jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also true. I'm not sure about that, actually. I'm not sure if
I'm
jewelry.
not sure
If I think jewelry might have 2 spellings, British spelling and American spelling. It might be one of those words.
I only presume.
Yeah. I think we spell it differently with 1 L in American English, but maybe it gets 2 L's if you happen to be living in the UK.
No, it's correct. It's correct written, this word. Jubilee exists, actually.
All right. Okay. All right. Anyway, read the headline here. Or
Jubilee worth over 1,500 pounds has been stolen from a mouse in Birmingham.
Okay. Now, never mind. Obviously, jewelry is okay. We know that. What word is obviously wrong here? Thank you. Teacher Martin comes through. As I suspected, jewelry, double L's, is a British spelling.
Oh, it's correct. It's correct.
Yeah. I'm just saying thank you, Martin. Thanks. Okay, so which word is wrong here?
Mouse.
Mouse?
Mouse. Yeah. Okay. What should the word be here to make this make sense?
M-A?
Museum.
What? What? How can I correct this? This is silly.
House.
House. Okay, thank you, Zora. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay, that's the idea. We have a sentence, and these are, by the way, actually published things. We have a sentence where the sentence makes sense, but it doesn't make sense because obviously a mouse doesn't have 1,500 pounds worth of jewelry.
No, but let's pretend that maybe it's possible. Maybe that mouse. Do you know? I saw on TV that some animals, people give to animals, I don't know, money, something like that. To dog, for example.
Really?
When I read and I saw on TV that when so person die, he inheritage when you want to give to a number of
Okay.
people. What is that?
The giving part, you bequeath. Ooh, it's an interesting word for you there. You bequeath, so that you bequeath to, I guess in your case, you bequeath to your pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you bequeath to
jewelry.
your pet. I saw on TV to
Really?
dog. A person bequeathed to a dog. Bequeathed to a dog. I don't know, money and some kind of things.
Seriously? Really?
Yeah.
But a mouse cannot keep the jewelry itself or protect the jewelry. So the jewelry cannot be stolen from the mouse.
Well, it seems unlikely,
can.
but it can. All right.
Can because for
Fine.
example you put on mouse this jewelry and it's all
Okay.
you steal from the mouse.
All right. Okay, you've got me imagining like mice, little mice with a little mice crown and a little mice necklace and little mice. Okay. Anyway. Whew. The idea is what word can we change so it would be more normal, shall we say. Hi, Emra. How are you today?
Hello, Oakley.
Emra.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. And hi, Roman, as well. How are you guys? Okay, Emra, I'm going to give this one to you. The next one here. Hang on.
Okay.
Do screen share. You just read this, and there you go. All right. Go ahead and read that one. All right.
His first book, Beekeeping for Beginners, was a great success and made him a lot of honey. I think the proper word here is supposed to be money, maybe. Instead of honey, it should
Right.
be money, right?
Right. Although in this case, like Igor's argument would actually hold up. I'm sure it did make him a lot of honey.
But what is beekeeping? What is beekeeping?
Beekeeping. Actually, my dad did this, Igor. My dad was a beekeeper. You build like a hive, and it has like a sliding, almost like sliding partitions that have the tiny cells, the six-sided hexagonal cells that the bees put honey in. It's bee farming is what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you
So
slide them
about
out.
honey, yeah.
Yeah, you're farming honey. That's right. Really kind of
Okay.
cool.
So it's maybe kind of this
Yeah,
example.
Kind
Right,
of double meaning there, which silly but makes sense. All right, now the next one. Now come on. Okay, Roman, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Now the next one, while it might make sense, I don't know. I can't believe this. Okay, Roman, try this one.
He won Wimbledon by eating paid Sampras in the final.
In the final. Yeah.
Final. Winning, maybe, by winning paid something.
Yeah, I
Beating.
don't, probably actually closest. Yeah, Igor's probably right. Beating Pete Sampras. I don't think you win Wimbledon by eating your opponent. Although, who knows? Sometimes those Venus and her sister there, sometimes they scare me. I'm afraid they're going to eat their opponent.
He doesn't make sense by eating.
But physically possible.
Yeah, but without sense, how it's possible to eat.
Yeah, silly. Okay, the next one might make sense. Alberto, here you go. Try this one.
The children's party was held on Saturday at St. Joseph's Church. I think the verb is wrong, but perhaps it's hold. Hold, H-O-L-D.
Okay, or that's it. You've got it, but the past tense. The party was held.
Within.
Yeah, H-E-L-D. The party was held on Saturday. It should not say the party was hell on Saturday. The children's party was hell. Oh my gosh, that's just horrible. All right, Zorro.
Yeah.
Here, I got one for you here. Here we go. Okay.
The winners of the holiday competition will receive free flights, hotel rooms, all meals, and 500 pounds spending money.
Very good. That's right.
Uh,
Okay, what's wrong here?
I found.
Zora?
Spending.
No,
No.
in the middle. In the middle.
The middle of
Will receive free flights.
flights, yes, not free fights. Yeah, probably not.
I thought it's just the flights.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no one needs a free fight, I don't think.
But it's correct to say 500 spending money. It's correct to say something like that.
Yeah,
What is
and
the meaning?
yeah, and 500 pounds spending money. So they get 500 pounds in cash just to spend as they want to, as part of their prize. Yeah, that's
So,
very
can
normal construction.
Can I say, for example, I have $5 spending money? Yeah.
Yeah. Another way we say that, actually, very commonly, I might, especially with a small amount, $5, I might say pocket money. I've got $5 pocket money. Or I can say $5 walking around money. For extra money you're going to spend on whatever, ice cream or a soda or anything. You're walking around money. But when we're going on vacation in particular, we talk about spending money. Oh, I've got my money's budgeted for the hotel, because we kind of have to budget our money. And you need extra money just to spend on vacation. So you often hear that phrase when you're talking about vacation money. Yeah, very common.
Okay.
Okay, Igor, next one.
Wanted a single woman to share fat with 2 hours. Central London. I think fat. Flat.
Yeah, flat.
F-L-A-T.
Okay, right. Again, British flat. Americans say apartment. But yes, they probably want to share a flat or apartment, not.
But it's kind of polite to say to share a flat with 2 others.
This would be a
With
well.
2 hours women, maybe to specify, or it's okay to write in this way, with 2 hours.
Okay.
So,
You do have a
correct?
point there. Yeah, I would assume 2 other women. Single women to share flat with 2 others. Yeah, you do have a point. I would assume women, but I'm making an inference. It certainly doesn't state that in fact the 2 others are not two guys. But I would infer from this that they mean two women. Okay, next one, Emra.
Yes. Okay, so the fire brigade were called in to rescue a car which was stuck on the top of the library roof.
Uh-huh.
So
What?
I think it is the brigade. I'm not sure how it is pronounced.
Brigade is correct.
Brigade, okay.
Actually, that's okay. Fire brigade.
Yes, but I think that it has two different meanings, right?
Mm,
So the first meaning is basically the fire service, and the other one is it also means a group of soldiers, right?
okay, well, you're absolutely right
Mhm.
about that. Yeah, a brigade is yes, it can be a group of soldiers. You're absolutely right. But that's not really the problem here. Because if we want to distinguish between them, a fire brigade is very specifically a group of firefighters, like one truck full or something of firefighters. So yeah, actually, that's okay. That's not really the problem. They were
I
called in
understand.
to
Car?
rescue a
Problem is car?
car. Yeah, looking
Yeah?
for the unusual thing. Yes,
Because you
that is.
cannot rescue. You
Well,
something else do with not
highly
people.
highly unusual. What else? And I don't know. Maybe this might be American or British culture, but American British culture, fire brigade or firemen are also famous for rescuing something else. Not a
Animals.
car. Yeah. So, not a car. Change the word slightly.
Is it cat?
It is cat. There you go. Rescuing a
Cat.
cat.
Oh,
Dog.
No, and why I thought about car because we do not say to rescue a car because
Yeah.
you need to say a person in a car to rescue. You rescue people. You rescue live, not objects, live persons. Yeah, I mean
That's
live.
right. Right.
Who is that? Animals, people. Who is that? What are they? Live?
And they're animate.
What?
Animate.
Animal. Okay.
As opposed to inanimate. A pencil is inanimate. It's not alive.
Oh,
But
okay. So
a plant or a cat or a person is an animate object.
yes, you rescue live
Yeah,
animals.
alive. Right.
Animals.
Right. You can even rescue a plant. You know, give that plant some water. Rescue that thing. Right. When you don't really rescue a car. You're absolutely right. If your car's broke down on the highway, you call a tow truck and you have your car towed, not rescued. You would never say rescued. You are correct.
Removed, you can say removed car from the
Remove.
roof. I mean, from the
Yeah.
roof. If
Removed from
the car on the roof,
yeah.
what you do?
Yeah, I guess you could say removed if it was on the roof. Yeah, it's okay. You're right. Okay. Oops, switch next side. All right. Okay, Roman.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Hang on a second. You can try this one.
Okay. One of the soldiers dropped his gun while they were marching past the queen. Okay,
Right.
gun.
Yeah, it should be dropped his gun. But what it said is he dropped his gin. Do you know what gin is, Roman?
No.
it's a kind of wine.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly wine, but yeah, it is an alcoholic beverage. Pretty strong.
Yes.
It's made from juniper berries. Yeah. And British seem to enjoy gin a lot. Okay. Alberto, try this next
Yeah.
one here.
The police are looking for a man with a long black beard. Well, it's bad, but with D in the end.
Okay. So they're looking for a man with a long black beard.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Aha, okay. Very good. Alberto, I never get to see you. Do you have a beard?
No, no.
Have you ever had a beard?
No, well, perhaps there are days that I cut my beard, but no, not a long beard. No.
Long beard? No. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About that example, the fire brigade were called in to rescue.
Whoa.
Yeah? Why why it's not written the fire brigade were called to rescue without in? Why in? We need the word in.
Okay. Good question. The fire brigade
Preposition.
was called to. Okay. Can we do it without in?
Yeah, why
Fire brigade.
in? What helps in this case? What?
Well, it's a phrasal verb for one. You call in. Usually, call in is not much different than call. You call in. There's an extra emphasis on. We use called in when we want somebody to rescue us. Okay, we were called in to work today because we had we have a new contract or something. We were called into work to do overtime today. So it kind of has an element of help to it, but is it necessary? Hang on. The fire brigade was called to rescue a car which was stuck on top of the roof. No, not really. It's not necessary to have in. Just changes the meaning very slightly.
So the meaning that called in not by phone, but maybe you yell, come on, come
I
on
think
here.
call
Yeah?
in means has a significance of gathering some people in a place, and the call is just call them here.
Well, I mean, it would be common to say I got called into work today. I was supposed to have the day off, but David didn't go to work, so I got called into work. So that's not really a group, and I'm not gathering because I'm one person. But there is an element of I have to go save work or I have to go help. I would not say I got called to work today. I could say it. It just seems slightly incomplete to me. They called me and want me to work today. Instead of saying all that, I would say they called me in to work today. Slight difference. Really, either one grammatically speaking is okay. It's kind of like, we have some of these crazy phrasal verbs that really, what's the difference? Clean your room. Clean up your room. Well, what's the difference there? Right? Why do we bother saying clean up? Not much difference. Not really. It just adds a little emphasis to it. It makes it stronger, I guess. Makes it a more strong command. That's a command statement. Clean your room. Clean up your room is a little bit stronger, but essentially they mean exactly the same thing. Wash before dinner. Wash up before dinner. Similar. Sometimes phrasal verbs seem like, why do you bother? It puts, it makes it a little bit stronger emphasis on the verb, I think, is why we do that. Okay? I don't know if that was very helpful, but...
Read
Sometimes-
out. What is that?
What's that?
Read out.
Read out?
Yeah.
Read out. I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Okay, I'm mistaken. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Zora, it's your turn. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me get my...
Yeah.
Zora, here you go.
To get a loan, you must sign this form. You must sign this form.
Yeah, exactly. They've transversed, or it's backwards. They've transversed the N and the G. Right, you must sign this form.
How would be more correct? You have to sign or you must? And what is the difference if I would say you have to or you must?
Not much. Must is a little bit stronger. I mean, absolutely required. You have to sign this. I have to go to work today. I must go to work today. I must go to work today there's a sense that perhaps I will be fired if I do not go to work today. I have to go to work today. There's a sense that I don't want to, but they want me to. So here I go. Goodbye. I'm going to work. Must is just stronger. It's a stronger modal.
Someone told me that must you say to a private person, but have to you say in a business related conversation. You cannot say to a client, to a customer, you must do, you must, you need to say you have to, is required in business. Someone told me it's correct? Or?
I would agree with that because must is more like a command, and you don't want to command your customers. So yeah, I would totally agree with that, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Igor, next one. Oh, wait. There you go. Da-da-da-da.
Got for sale black Labrador, 1-year-old dog.
Yeah, obviously. Again, transversed letters. D and G should be reversed.
I don't think this is a real misprint.
God for sale? Why not? Why do you think it's not real? Why,
because
Zora?
God is so important in foreigners' hearts.
Yeah, but everybody makes mistakes. It could happen.
I think it's just make it for fun.
Well, actually, since you mention it, we have something which is called a spoonerism. Has anybody ever heard of this?
No.
A spoonerism is actually very, very common. It's named after some guy named John Spooner or something who coined it, the phrase, who named it. What it is when we reverse letters. Often a spoonerism, we reverse the beginnings of words, and native speakers do this all the time in speaking. Sometimes in writing as well, but often in speaking. Like we're trying to use, for example, we're trying to use an idiom. Maybe we're trying to say, it fell through the cracks. Okay? It falls through the cracks. This information falls through the cracks. But instead we say it crawls through the facts. We reverse. We actually do that naturally. It's not common, but it definitely happens where someone's talking and maybe they're excited or angry, and they do that. They reverse sounds. It's actually quite natural. There's a word for it, spoonerism. Interestingly enough. And yeah, these things happen. I don't know. I believe that's true. I've seen similarly crazy mistakes, typos. Okay, Emra, how about this one?
Yes, she has been working at the Ministry for Defense for 7 years, mainly cleaning officers there. So,
okay.
It should be offices, not officers.
Right. So, let's hope so. Anyway. Yeah. Mainly cleaning officers. Okay, very good. Not offices. All right, Roman, give this one a try. Beethoven.
Beethoven was unable to hear his Ninth Symphony because by that time he was completely dead. Yeah. yes, it's very funny. Deaf. But it makes sense.
It does make sense, actually. You don't hear much when you're completely dead.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but as I'm sure you gentlemen know, Beethoven, over the course of his life, became completely deaf, meaning with an F he couldn't hear. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Alberto, Try this
Yeah.
next one here.
He gave his girlfriend a red nose on St. Valentine's Day. Well, I suppose the wrong word is nose, but I don't know how to change it.
Oh, really?
What you give? I give a
Saint
hint
Valentine's
for Alberto.
Day.
What you give to a girl on a birthday, for example? What do you give? Red.
What, Igor? Can you repeat it?
What
Please?
do you give to a girlfriend or to a wife?
Ah,
on a birthday?
rose,
What?
a rose. Yeah,
Yeah.
Very
it's too
good.
easy. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, there you go. Red rose, absolutely. Very good. I like this next one. Zora.
Crowds gathered at Heathrow to greet the arrival of Michael Jackson. I think it's cruise.
Yeah.
Crowd is a kind of bird. I think.
Okay. What? The problem is crows. Crows is the unusual word. I agree.
Last letter we need to change
Yeah.
with
add on.
another letter.
Yeah.
That implies that many people. When
Yeah.
you have many people,
Right.
a lot of people.
Probably not crows. Zora, do you have a guess?
Yeah, yes,
Ah.
to greet the
So instead of crows.
cruise.
Fourth
Maybe-
letter in alphabet we need to add.
Good hint. Probably, maybe it's the pronunciation. Crows, of course, the black bird. Caw, caw. That one. Yeah. Crowds. Probably.
Oh, I see crowd.
There you go. Crowds. It's the ow sign.
Crowd.
Ow,
crowd.
ow sound. Crowds. Yeah, it's the diphthong sound. Crowds gathered.
With S at the end, crowdsy and S.
Yeah,
Plural.
Yeah, I'll tell you why, because we
Why?
don't. Otherwise, we would need to have an article here. A crowd gathered.
Oh, okay.
Since we don't have an article, I would just add a D instead of
So-
changing S and D. Add a D.
Crowd
Crowd
is
gathered.
countable. One crowd, two crowds. Yeah.
Uh,
3 crowds, 4 crowds. Yeah, I never heard about that.
there wasn't much of a crowd. Yeah. There
One
were
crowd
two
we
crowds.
can have, no?
There were two. There were two different crowds. It is countable. I never really thought about it either, Igor, to be honest, but I think it is countable. There were two kinds of, well, that's kinds of crowds. There were two crowds that day. Yeah, it is countable, although it is rarely counted, strangely enough. Yeah, there was two crowds at the theater that day for the two movies. Yeah, we can count it.
Okay.
When they meet together, they become one crowd.
Well, yeah, that's true. About one crowd plus one crowd equals one
One
crowd. Okay, true. Although I like that that last one with crows gathered. Are crows, Zora? Are crows in China? Is that a bad thing or a good thing? Is there any belief?
Yeah.
about
They think if a person see a cross, he will be unlucky.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And the lucky bird is park monk.
What?
Let me see. Magpie.
Magpie.
Yeah, magpie.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, crows. Crows are a little bit kind of unlucky, maybe harbingers of death or doom. So I
Because they eat the dead body of person.
they do.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Well, that's frightening. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Anyway,
How did you say? I did not know that, you said?
I did not know that. Yes, that
Why
is
you
what I
didn't
said.
say I haven't known that?
Oh no. Yeah, that because that would be wrong. I haven't known that. No, I did not know that before. I'm implying before this
Okay.
very moment.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, it's the same reason I say I did not go to work today instead of I have not gone. I can say I have not gone to work today, but it changes the meaning. Okay. Anyway, here's one for you, Igor.
Widow, I think.
Ah,
Age 50, a good sense of humor. How did you say?
humor. Humor.
Humor. 6 mature men for friendship, possibly marriage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah, okay. Mature man. Yes, a female, the wife whose husband dies is a widow. What is the man called if his wife dies? Do you know, Igor?
Widow.
No.
No?
Close.
No, I don't know. I don't.
He.
That's it. Let me think.
Think. Do, 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 do.
Widower.
Widower. Very good. 2 points for Zora. Very good. You're exactly right. Yes, he is a widower.
Or a bachelor.
Well, he's also a bachelor again. Yeah, okay. That's true. You could say that. All right, Emmer.
Yes.
Okay, here's another one.
Um,
Interesting.
for sale, gents skirts, 16-inch color. So the skirt should be shirts, right?
Absolutely, it should be shirt. Yes, not skirt. Unless, of course, he's Scottish, but then it would be a kilt. Right? Do you know what a kilt is, Emmer?
It is some sort of a skirt that Scottish man wears.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And do they wear anything under their kilt? Absolutely not.
What is color?
Dressing.
Nothing at all. That's right. True Irish
What
way.
is color?
Color. Usually they're plaid. Do you know that word?
No.
Plaid. Plaid. They have the checks, with small checks and bigger checks and lines. Perpendicular lines and boxes. Then they're different colors. Actually, the color of their family or clan, as the Scottish say, would determine their color. If it's maybe yellow green or blue green or whatever, yellow red. So they can be different colors.
Okay.
Okay. Roman, here's one for you.
Okay. Queen Victoria was on the throne for 63 years. So we have mistake in words throne.
Throne. This should be throne. Right.
Throne. Yes.
Throne. Throne is that chair that obviously the queen or king sits on. Right. Do you know what a thorn is, Roman?
No.
A thorn?
Is it
Anybody?
that-
Anybody
Is
know
it
what?
that thing on the head of a cow or a bull? Yeah.
It's
Or a goat?
No, that's a horn. Like on the
Oh,
There's a horn. Yeah. What, Zora?
it's the
This is
sticky stuff on roads just
No.
like the pilk. How to say? I know
maybe-
it's
Sticky stuff on roads. Not sure what that is. That's tar. The black stuff? That's tar. Ah, okay. Anybody know thorn?
No.
Maybe it's some kind of musical instrument.
No.
Which no thorn, no.
This
Is
is
it?
fun.
It is.
Okay, Cameron.
It is that thing that grows on roses.
Ah, there you go. It's a
Is that
pointed,
right?
a pointed thing. When you grab the stem of a rose, the little sharp points. Ow! Right?
Ah, okay.
Those are thorns. Some plants, trees, and plants have like needles, very sharp points. Those are called.
Yes, exactly.
The
Those are
roses
thorns.
has.
Yeah, roses have. That's
Have,
right.
yeah.
Roses have thorns.
Yeah.
Somebody, and somebody who's a real. We have an expression in English, an idiom, a thorn in my side. Somebody who really bothers you, or a situation or problem that you just cannot get rid of. There's nothing you can do about it. We can express it's a thorn in my side, or he or she is a thorn in my side, because you can't remove it. It's like stuck and it's painful, and a problem, situation, or person you can't get rid of. Yes, so her sitting on a thorn for 63 years would be very painful.
Yeah.
Alberto, your turn.
Yes. Jenny was late to school today because she missed her bust. Yeah. It could be, but I think the wrong word is bust
I
with P.
think so. Okay, so what should it be?
The bus.
The bus, of
yeah.
course. Okay, and do you know what bust is?
Yeah.
She missed her bust.
No.
Okay, her front, her bosom. Okay. All right. Anyway, Zora, next one. Zora?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
here.
All right.
I can't
Oh
see
yeah,
your
I'm sorry.
screen.
Sorry. My fault. There we go.
Earlier the same afternoon, Mrs. Wilkins slipped off a bus and bruised a sheep.
Yes. Bruised. Yep.
Sheet.
Sorry?
Bruise. What does it mean?
Bruised. Let's see. Okay, if I fall down and I hit my arm, the next day I might have a bruise. It might be black and blue. Okay, it becomes discolored. So if you injure something, not cut, no blood, but wow, like if I punch my arm, I'm going to have a bruise.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know the wrong word is sheep,
Yeah.
but
It sure is. So, what do you think she
it-
bruised?
is that sheet? He fall into a sheet.
Okay. Well, here's a couple clues for you. It's gonna bruise. You bruise a part of your body. All right. So it's got to be some part of her body. And here's a second clue. It's a, which means it's got to be a countable noun. It's got to be something that you have more than one of parts of your body.
Sheep, leg. I don't know.
Well, anybody? Anybody else? What if we get rid of the S? She bruised a hip. You know where your hips are?
No.
Your hips? Oh, your hips. Here, your body right here on your side. Not your butt, okay? Stop looking at my butt, you guys. Okay. Not your butt, but on the sides of The sides of your body next to your butt. Those are your hips.
Oh no, hip is a countable noun.
Yeah, you have 2 hips, one on either side.
Oh,
2 legs, 2 hips. Yeah. Women are always, at least American women, I don't know where you guys are from, but women are always worried about putting weight on their hips. Oh, I'm getting too much weight on my hips. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, Igor, let's try another one here.
Due to repairs to the air conditioning system, offices will be very humid for the next 3 days. Please bear with us.
Ooh,
Body, B-A-R-E.
very good.
B-R, like animal. We should write.
Ah, there you go. Wow, that was pretty good. That's a tough one. Yes, B-A-R-E, the way it
Bear
is.
with us.
Bare means naked. So it's kind of ironically funny. Please, okay, it's going to be very humid in the office, so please get naked with us. All right. But it should be B-E-A-R, mean to bear something, to put up with, to carry something, or to deal with something. I can't bear the heat, for example.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Due to repairs, why it's not written due to repairs of the
Due to repairs of
Off.
the
Why not of?
due to repairs of the air conditioning system.
What is the meaning if I would say off and to? What is the difference?
Okay, due to repairs of the air conditioning system. Well, that's a hard one, Igor. We don't really use of. We can use it's normally going to be to, due to repairs to the car, due to repairs. We sometimes use on. Sometimes we do use of. That's a really hard one. I'm going to have to actually do a little research on that one because I'm not sure. Due to repairs of the roof, due to repairs on the roof, due to repairs to the roof. It may be a case where you can use multiple different of, on, to, different prepositions, but in some cases, some specific things we tend to use one or the other, but it, grammatically speaking, doesn't make any difference at all, I think.
What does it make difference?
Of, to, on.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're asking me why do you use to instead of? I
Yeah.
think it's
Because
just
where I read more with off, or I heard on TV, or I don't know. Because for me it's more natural off. I don't know why.
I don't either. And as I said, I think this is a case where it may change depending, due to repairs on the roof, for example. I can say due to repairs to the roof, due to repairs of the roof. I think it's one of the cases where we can use different prepositions. There are many cases in English where you have 2 or 3 choices of preposition, and it's not grammatically incorrect. I think it's perfectly grammatically okay to say of in this situation.
Okay.
To me, it sounds more natural with to, but
Okay.
I think it's a choice. Emma, how about the next one here?
Okay. For rent, fully furnished house includes 3 toilets, £200 per week.
Yeah, that's an expensive we.
Yeah.
What is we?
Sure is.
We? That's a polite way to say urinate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So the proper form should be week per week.
per week, yes, it should. They're talking about renting a house, £200 per week with a K. Which is kind of funny because they mentioned 3 toilets, and then Yeah, if you're okay, very commonly, if we're out together, Igor, and I say I have to take a wee, all right, that means I have to go to the men's room for a little while.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have a question. So when
Yeah.
you say I'm going to go take a piss, would that
Yeah.
be the same?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take a pee, take a piss, take a wee. All of those things means you're going to go urinate. And all are very common, by the way.
This kind of words, kind of, I do not need at the moment in English.
Yeah.
We, pee, and kind of is, I do not speak with someone about that.
Yeah.
I need more business English related words.
And this, in which case, in business, you would not mention that, of course. This is very informal and slangy. In business, you would just excuse yourself for a moment, and that's it. And you would go do your business. You wouldn't talk about what you were doing. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I want to do wee. I want to pee. Yeah? Kind of.
That would be very awkward in a business situation. Among friends, it's actually very normal, but business, it would be very, very awkward. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Roman.
Yes. 3-course meal, 15 pounds. Price includes wings and coffee. But I don't know what we can change. How we can change word wind, because it isn't corporate here.
Right.
So,
you're right.
but I don't know what we can put here. Milk or I don't know.
Okay. Well, here's a clue. They're talking about coffee, which is a beverage. Ding, 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 ding. So they've already mentioned the food, and then they're saying it includes beverages. Can you think of a beverage that's close to this?
Yes, but coffee is a beverage too, as I know.
Yeah, I think they're just listing a couple beverages. Yeah. Anybody?
Zoran wrote wine.
Wine. Yeah.
Oh yes, I agree.
There you go. Okay.
Wine.
Right,
But
so wine
it's
and
not typical. It's not typical to drink wine and coffee.
not together, but in a 3-course meal, at least for Westerners, at least for me, for American, during the meal, it would be extremely common for me to have wine with my main meal and then coffee with my dessert. That's very normal. So they're saying the price of the meal, 3-course meal. So yeah.
Why is it written a 3-course? 3-course.
What they mean is probably you get maybe a salad course, an entree or your main course, and a dessert course. Each time they separately bring you new dishes, that's called a course.
And it's okay to say course, or we have more common expression?
No, it's perfectly normal to say course.
Okay.
I enjoyed a
never heard
5-course meal at a wonderful French restaurant. Yeah.
So I learned something new today.
Yay! Mission accomplished. Like Louis XIV, basically when European food really started to be developed in the court of Louis XIV, and he would have insane, like 40-course meals where one at a time they would bring like 40 plates, and a meal would last like 6 hours or something like that. So this is where the tradition of courses actually dates back to that.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to have a 40-course meal. That sounds like a great idea. Just eat for 6 hours. Okay, Alberto. Last one here. I think this is going to have to do it. I like this.
He decided his degree in nuclear physics. Yeah, I
right.
think the degree is about nuclear physics.
Ah, nuclear. Again, we transversed the words. Oh, you got it right away. All right. However, he received, yeah, he received his degree in unclear physics. It's all unclear to me. Okay. Anyway. All right. Oh, I was going to give Zora one more. Zora, we've only got seconds. Zora, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see this one?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I'll do the last one.
A secret ballot was held to elect a new chairperson. Ballot.
But this
Oh,
is not right. With an O, yes. This word here is ballet, which is a beautiful dance.
dance.
Yes, ladies that twirl around. A secret ballet. Okay, I've got to go to my secret ballet now. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Thanks
Thank you.
again. Thanks for
Thank you
coming.
so much. Bye.
All right, see
See
you
you.
guys. Bye bye.